tonight. Governor Fubara commits to independent, effective judiciary. President Tinubu en route to Abuja from Rome after Akbar high-powered meeting. Plus, Senate decries a lingering impasse between ASU federal government. Good evening. Thanks for joining us on the World News Tonight. My name is Ibiguni Kalio. Do you love and care about River State and our peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. It's a task we must accomplish. You can watch our news live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstvlive Online. You can subscribe and click the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. Now, River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has reaffirmed his administration's unwavering commitment to an independent and effective judiciary, one that serves as a true custodian of justice and democracy. The governor made the pledge while declaring open the 2025-2026 legal year at a special court session in Port Harcourt. Tamnobaribi Ibulubo was there.
It was a gathering of the bench, bar and top government officials, all united in a united call for judicial integrity. Governor Fubara in his address assured the judiciary of the full support of his administration to operate freely and effectively. He praised the state judges as among the finest in the country, known for their courage, fairness and devotion to justice. The governor also reflected on the political crisis that once strained relations between the executive and legislature, leading to the temporary suspension of democratic governance. Governor Fubara said though his administration disagreed with the Supreme Court's ruling at the time, it accepted the judgment in good faith, reaffirming respect for the rule of law. Governor Fubara declared that the crisis is now over, reconciliation has been achieved, and his administration is fully focused on delivering people-centered policies and developmental projects across River State.
As a state government, we will continue to provide a stable and predictable legal environment for good governance, attracting investors and advancing peace and the development of our states. I want to personally assure the President of the Port region of India and the other branches. First, we were on suspension or sabbatical leave when we went for the conference, so we couldn't do anything. Even if I had to do, it was just maybe individual. It would have been difficult for me to identify with you as a group. We also appreciate the chief judge of the state for providing functional and effective leadership. Exceptional courage. I know what I mean when I say exceptional courage. And your unwavering determination to ensure that justice is served to all who seek the aid of the court and River State. I also want to commend the leadership of the Nigerian Bar Association, both national and state. Anyone who has suffered any pain, any form of oppression in the cause of standing for justice.
Chief Judge Justice Simeon Amadi raised concerns about prison congestion, urging the government to reconstitute the Committee of Prerogative of Mercy.
This is our pledge to democracy itself, an unwavering commitment to fairness and equity, which form the foundation of a society governed by the rule of law.
Nigeria Bar Association Port Harcourt Chair Cordelia Eke called for stronger institutional safeguards to protect democracy, while Senior Advocate Chief Onweze Okacha urged judges to uphold integrity and ensure quicker dispensation of justice.
2024-2025 legal year began with the usual sense of optimism and promise, marked by the ceremony, enthusiasm, and high expectations that traditionally accompany this important occasion. As the year progressed, however, certain developments posed significant challenges to governance and the rule of law in Rivers State.
We must all avert our minds to the rather unhappy image cast by the machinery for the administration of justice and the maintenance and enforcement of law and order.
At the dedication service held at Corpus Christi, Auxiliary Bishop of Catholic Diocese of Port Harcourt, Patrick Eluke, reminded legal practitioners of their sacred duty to ensure justice that is honest, compassionate, and free from political influence. Tamun Nobarabi Iblubo, Rstvlive News.
Now, Rivers State Governor Sir Siminalayi Fubara on Saturday attended the funeral service of the late chairman, Benneth, aged 54, elder brother to Dr. Edison Ehie, a prominent political leader in the state. The governor was accompanied by his deputy, Professor Ngozi Odo, and other top government functionaries. Governor Fubara, visibly moved by the occasion, commiserated with Dr. Ehie and his family over their loss. The funeral service was conducted under Anglican rites at the state primary school field, Abarikpo town in Ahoda East local government area. It was officiated by the Lynn Chancel and Towers Mission Port Harcourt, led by its president, Very Reverend Fineface Aka. In his sermon, Reverend Aka reminded the congregation of the shortness of life and the importance of living with purpose. Dr. Ehie, in his vote of thanks, expressed a deep appreciation to Governor Fubara, his team, the people of Ahoda East, Ahoda West, and others across the state for their show of support during the family's difficult time. An intensive desilting and cleaning of drainages across key flood-prone areas in the state has commenced with it will last 3 days. The Deputy Governor and Chairman of the 2025 River State Flood Management Committee, Professor Ngozi Odo, disclosed this at the Government House in Port Harcourt on Friday. Professor Odo said the desilting program is being carried out by the Flood Management Committee in collaboration with the coalition of civil society groups and community-based organizations. She said the intervention began at Eleozo by Ligbolo axis covering Port Harcourt and Ubiakwa local government areas. According to the Deputy Governor, the operation focuses on clearing canals and gutters to ensure a free flow of water and reduce the risk of flood in the region. Professor Odo, while expressing her appreciation to all civil society groups and community-based organizations that volunteer their support to the River State Flood Management Committee's initiative, disclosed that the intervention would continue for the next 2 days. The 2025 Flood Committee, inaugurated by the former sole administrator of the state under the emergency rule, is being chaired by the Deputy Governor as directed by Governor Siminalayi Fubara. The Flood Committee, since taking over from previous committee, has begun in earnest collaborating with interest groups and organizations. Multilingual academic institution, Famlang International School, celebrated 10 years of existence in Port Harcourt. Godspar Anele was there and tells us more.
Given the historical background of the school, Director Famlang International School, Christian Woko, said the citadel of learning began 10 years ago with few pupils, students, and teachers who impact academic knowledge to them to English, Spanish, French, Chinese, and German languages to expose them to greater opportunities. He noted that the school, located at number 6 Timothy Lane, Romola in Obiakpo local government area, will have a bigger site soon, and lauded the parents and teachers for their undiluted immense contributions to achieve the vision and mission of the school. The director of the school revealed that graduated students are competing favorably among their peers academically across the world, and parents and guardians should avail themselves the opportunity to enroll their children and wards in the school for academic excellence, where children are prepared to think, speak, and lead in the world.
Our vision to provide a world standard system of education. Our mission is to produce great minds who can compete and win internationally in every positive sphere of life.
Chairman of the occasion, Solomon Bird, said he had not regretted in the academic performances of the school and commended the proprietor, director, and teachers of the school for doing great job of impacting the right knowledge to children and advised them to keep the good work.
10 years ago, our school started with a small group of teachers and students as a language school. Now look at us, we have grown. That foster academic excellence. To this present day, we have achieved so much together.
Students and pupils were engaged on song rendition, poem recitation, and dance. Award presentations to pupils, parents, and teachers, as well as cutting of the anniversary cake, also added color to the event. Students and awardees had this to say about the school.
Ich spreche Englisch und ein bisschen Deutsch. I speak English and a bit of German. Ich komme aus Nigeria.
I'm overwhelmed with joy for the award given to me, and I say that they should keep on keeping on. They should maintain what they have been doing. I pray by next another 10 years anniversary that the number you see here will be a child's play.
10 years have passed, a decade right. Our school has grown with memories inside. From laughter to learning, we have shared with a journey of growth for you and you. We made friends and had so much fun. Our teacher guided us every step of the way. We are proud of our school and all we have achieved now. We look forward to many more years to come.
God's Power Anele, Rstvlive News.
Progress no dey happen just like that. It dey come from support when you need am.
Mommy, I got the school fees. You too much.
Na money point o.
Money point, thank you.
Customer, na trust confirm.
Bro, na transfer.
Na money point oga. Oh, na confirm.
Progress na peace of mind when you know say payment go land as sure banker. Progress na small wind wey dey carry person go far.
No worry, you sef go make am. Mo go buy ball.
Victor, even you dey use money point?
Of course na, they use money point.
Confirm.
Money point, made for your progress.
This is Rstvlive World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstvlive, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Good to have you join us again. President Bola Tinubu is to return to Abuja today after participating in the Akbar Processing Heads of State and Government level meeting in Rome, Italy. A statement on Saturday by the presidential spokesman, Bayo Onanuga. The Akbar process is a counter-terrorism initiative launched by His Majesty King Abdullahi of Jordan in 2015, co-chaired by the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan and the government of Italy. The Rome edition focused on strengthening regional and international collaboration in the fight against terrorism and violent extremism, with particular attention to West Africa. On the sidelines of the event, President Tinubu held bilateral meetings with Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni and US President Donald Trump's senior advisor on Arab and African Affairs, Massad Boulou. President Tinubu also met with the Vatican's Secretary of State, Cardinal Pietro Parolin, to discuss religious harmony in Nigeria. Senate committee has expressed a deep concern over the federal government's failure to honor its agreement with the Academic Staff Union of Universities ASU, describing the situation as unacceptable. Chairman of the Senate Committee on Tertiary Institutions and the TED Fund, Senator Aliyu Dantuse, expressed the displeasure after a closed-door session with the leadership of ASU. This followed the ongoing 2-week warning strike resulting from long-standing issues dated as far back as 2011. He further noted that the Senate would immediately initiate a negotiation process involving key stakeholders, including ASU, the Ministry of Education, and the National Universities Commission, to chart a path towards a permanent resolution of the crisis. The President and Chief Executive Officer of the Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, has urged Nigerians to embrace homegrown products as a way of strengthening the nation's economy and creating jobs. Speaking in a video message shared by former presidential aide Reno Omokri on X Saturday, the billionaire industrialists appealed to citizens to prioritize locally manufactured goods over imported alternatives, stressing that doing so would help build a self-reliant economy. Dangote has consistently championed local production and industrialization, with his conglomerate expanding into sectors such as cement, sugar, salt, and oil refining in a bid to reduce Nigeria's dependence on imports. And on the foreign scene, an army colonel who seized the power in a military coup was sworn in as Madagascar's new leader on Friday. Colonel Michael Randranirina, the commander of an elite army unit, took the oath of office to become the new president at a ceremony in the main chamber of the nation's highest constitutional court. Favor Oyakamo continues with the report.
In his inaugural speech, Randranirina promised to respect and safeguard the constitution and the rule of law. Randranirina's ascent to the presidency came just 3 days after he announced that the armed forces were taking power in the sprawling Indian Ocean island of around 30 million people of Africa's east coast. The military takeover, which came after 3 weeks of anti-government protest by mainly young people, has been condemned by the United Nations and led to Madagascar being suspended from the African Union. Following the coup, President Andry Rajoelina fled the country. His whereabouts are unknown. One word sticks out in the Ukrainian leader's description of his latest high-stakes foray into the nerve center of American power. His White House conversation with President Donald Trump, Volodymyr Zelensky wrote on X, was pointed. But we don't need to pass his semantic description of the exchange to know that this was not the meeting that the Ukrainian side had been expecting. If the old British adage holds true that a week is a long time in politics, then Zelensky appears to have set a new record. Republican governors in several U.S. states have placed National Guard troops on standby in preparation for nationwide protests to oppose Donald Trump and his policies. The organizers of the No Kings protest say that gathering will take place at more than 2,500 locations around the U.S. Trump allies have accused the protesters of being allied with the far-left Antifa movement. Governors in Texas and Virginia have activated their state's National Guard troops. However, it is unclear how visible the military presence will be. Organizers say that at the last No Kings protest held in June, more than 5 million people took to the streets to denounce Trump's political agenda. Favor Oyakamo, RSTV Foreign News.
Three-time African champions, the Super Eagles of Nigeria moved up 4 positions in the latest ranking released on the official website of the Federation of International Football Association, FIFA, on Friday. The Super Eagles rose from 45th to 41st position in the world ranking and also moved to 1 spot in Africa. Ajiboye Amina takes it from here.
The 4-time world champion lifted 168 kg in the women's over 86 kg category to surpass her previous mark of 167 kg set at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games, securing double gold in both total lift and the best lift events. Speaking in an interview shared by the National Sports Commission, the 40-year-old expressed gratitude for the support she has received. Victory marks Oluwafemi Ayo's 4th world title, having previously won gold at Mexico City 2017, North-Southern 2019, Tbilisi 2021, and now Cairo 2025. She is also a 2-time Paralympic champion, with her latest Paralympic gold coming in Paris 2024. Nigerian Falcons captain Rashidat Ajebede, goalkeeper Chiamaka Nnadozie, and senior women national team are among the nominees for the 2025 CAF Awards following their outstanding performance in the year under review. The Confederation of African Football officially revealed the nominees for the women's categories on Friday, with Nigerian players and teams dominating the shortlist across multiple categories. Ajibade was voted player of the tournament at the 2024 WAFCON, where she was named Woman of the Match in the 3 of Nigerian 6 games en route to winning the country's record, extending 10th contender title. The Paris Saint-Germain forwarded needed ones and provided 2 assists for coach Justin Madugo's side during the tournament. Besiktas FC of Turkey have appointed Super Eagles standing captain Winifred Ndidi as the club's new vice captain, with the announcement made by the club's board of directors. Ndidi will serve as deputy to Turkish international Okun Koku, who has been named the new team captain. The duo, who replaced former captain Nesip Usa and vice captain Mert Gonok as the new leader of the first team, will begin their leadership duties when Besiktas host 14th placed Genklabeleji SK on Saturday, 18th of October, in match day 8 of the season. Henry Obiefle, RSC News Sports.
Do you love and care about Rivers State and our peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. It's a task we must accomplish. You can watch our news live on YouTube and Facebook at RSTV Online. You can as well subscribe and click the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. Let's take a recap of some of the major stories. Rivers State Governor Sir Siminalayi Fubara has reaffirmed his administration's unwavering commitment to an independent and effective judiciary, one that serves as a true custodian of justice and democracy, and praised the state's judges as the finest in the country, known for their courage, fairness, and devotion to justice. President Bola Tinubu has returned to Abuja after participating in the Akbar Process Heads of State and Government level meeting in Rome, Italy. The Rome edition focused on strengthening regional and international collaboration in the fight against the terrorism and violent extremism, with particular attention to West Africa. We had also reported that Senate Committee on Tertiary Institutions and TED Fund has described as unacceptable federal government's failure to honor its agreement with the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, resulting from long-standing issues dating as far back as 2011. That's how we capture the world under the lenses of Double Two. Thank you for your time and do have a very splendid evening.